So we believe that we ought to enact legislation for the common good, that's good for business, good for labor, good for the American people.
Everything we do in life, from our job to our kids to our funerals, is all governed and protected or codified in some way, shape, or form by political decisions made by a politician somewhere along the line.
It's still all about Ohio, but we have a great chance November 7th to make sure that Ohio sets the tone for the rest of the nation. But don't wait until 08, fix in 06.
The eyes of the country upon Ohio, and what you do here is going to determine the direction of America for years to come.
These were the sights and sounds heard throughout Ohio in the weeks leading up to the elections, and the Machinists were part of it all.
You drink water? Yeah, well then you're involved in politics. You breathe air? You're involved in politics. You eat food? You're definitely in the political game. You have kids? You're into politics big time. You own a house? You pay a mortgage? Yeah, you're into politics, whether you know it or not.
Phone banking, labor walks, and literature drops. Machinists canvassed across Ohio, educating union members about those candidates who care about American workers. They made sure every member understood the importance of voting in this midterm election.
You gotta vote like your very lives depend on it, because really it does. Your very lives and your livelihood depends on your getting to the polls.
I don't know about you, I'm tired of financing both ends of the war on terror. I think we ought to invest in America, build these jobs up, build rural America up, and increase our national security.
It was organized labor at its best, united. AFSCME, UFCW, Take Back Ohio, and many others joined the Machinists in the fight.
God bless you for understanding that in order to have real power, we must band together. We must work together with organized labor in order to challenge these corporate thugs and thieves so that we can have a decent and respectful way of life.
This election is not so much about the left and the right politically, but we're doing the right wing and the right thing.
No matter the event, the Machinists were there to support the candidates who care about labor, the men and women workers need in political power to help change the direction of America.
I have an announcement to make. The politics of division, hate, and polarization, that kind of politics is dead in Ohio.
Don't let them question your values, don't let them question your faith, and don't let them question your patriotism.
Millions of labor members showed up at the polls on November 7th to make a difference for the American worker. With CEO pay at an all-time high, worker wages have increased only minimally, while every day more jobs are sent overseas. It's one of the main issues that brought the members out in droves.
And they want to hear candidates talk about, not about who's got flaws in their personality or their morals or whatever. They want to know what we're going to do about jobs, and what we're going to do about wages, and what are we going to do about health care and education, and what are we going to do about things that make life better on earth.
For many, it's the pocketbook issues that matter the most. Things like increasing the minimum wage, lower health care costs, keeping jobs in the U.S., and affordable education. The issues working-class families deal with every day.
They are the issues that mom and dad talk about when they sit around the kitchen table after they put the kids to bed at night or after they've sent them off to school in the mornings. Sheriff, you know what they are. Economic security for our families. That's what moms and dads worry about.
Whether you live in Over the Rhine or Indian Hill, whether you live in Green Township or Ashtabula, whether you live in a suburban neighborhood outside Cleveland or a farm community outside Batavia, understand on every one of those issues, you represent mainstream values.
And to switch the balance of power,
This country has been in the hands of a narrow strip of the Republican Party. Its most ideological, most special interest oriented, most right-wing fringe. And they have run both the executive and the legislative branches. Their priorities are the concentration of wealth, the use of government power in the most unaccountable possible way to reinforce their special interests, and the use of ideology to frighten and divide us, to convince us that our differences are more important than our common humanity.
And Ohioans, both union and non-union members, got the message. More than half the races in Ohio were won by Democrats, changing the look of Ohio from bright red to blue.
And when all the pundits on television Tuesday night turn their focus to this great state, they're going to see a big blue V for victory for Ohio Democrats.
At the end of the day, there were winners and losers, and some candidates will need to take to the campaign trail again. But hopefully, the saying stands true.
As 06 goes in Ohio, so goes 08 in the nation.